What's going on? It's Lineage first, never second. Please join. Listen to the conversation. Freedmen Street. Co-host Lorenzo Washington. Host Antonio Thomas. Lineage first. Join the movement. Join the organization. Don't get caught lacking. Please. And sponsored by New Life Learners. Hello everybody, this is your brother Antonio Thomas, CEO of Lineage First Foundation, and today I want to talk to you or bring to light why we call ourselves freedmen and why the stripping down, break-in, or the abolishment of affirmative action is something that we could use in our favor. Because actually it was really handcuffing us as a people. Now, identification is a real thing. So this country runs off of contracts and treaties. And the Constitution is the ultimate contract and treaty when it comes to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, which is detailed in the 1865 Civil Rights Act that explain who it's for and why it was created. Now, it's terms in there. With any contract, you have the terms and you have who it's talking about and who it's for. So, in order to use the Constitution in the full effect that we should have, you have to go by them terms of agreement on which we agreed to. So, there are discrepancies, or there's people that want to discuss or have conversation about whether we agreed or didn't agree. You know, you can have that conversation, but we're here at this moment. So if this moment we are under the Constitution and we're going under these laws, that means either we agreed or we was forced to agree. No matter how you say it or think about it. So the point is, how do we use the Constitution for our benefit? Because that's why it was instituted. Now, in the Constitution, it's telling us that we are considered citizens and we shouldn't be taxed. Now, people say, why we shouldn't be taxed? Because after the Civil War, you know, we was melanated people, copper-colored beings, whatever you want to call it, indigenous, and those who was brought over here, those African slaves. But after 250 years of so-called enslaved individuals being with the indigenous people in the same community, you think they stayed away and wasn't marrying and getting with each other? That's why when we do our genealogy, we pop up, some of us, you know, you got some find people who was enslaved in the 1800s, but then some you'll keep going back, like me, on some half of my father's lineage. You know, I don't see any enslaved people. You know, even on my mother father's side, I don't see any. I go back almost to the 1700s. So that's telling you that, you know, they was marrying. So if a native person get with a person who used to be enslaved, and now the generations go further ahead, that makes you indigenous too. So with the Constitution saying that individuals who was enslaved is free, and the individuals that help free the land are considered to be freedmen too, you know, integrated and citizens of the United States, because it says Indians that's not taxed. So that makes me a person who has lineage from the slavery side and lineage from the indigenous side. And no matter how you look at it, I'm a citizen and I shouldn't be taxed. Now the agreement was, since this is your land and since you was free anyway, you should have been given land and opportunity to express the Constitution and support the Constitution in a city, in a community, or a city or a town that you create, where you reflect the Constitution for your people. But that didn't happen. Where it did happen, but they brought people from other nations gave them citizenship, and they tore our shit up. But we didn't go back and fight against them or push back against them. We moved and we integrated in other communities that had other people that looked like us. And they came there too. And destroyed and pushed us out and killed us. But we didn't fight back, which we should have. But now we should use the Constitution the way we should use it. It's saying that we are an independent people that's on this land, and we fought to be independent on this land. And these laws that you are creating is illegal. The whole thing goes about we the people. So we the people that fought for this country, didn't agree for these laws and these ordinances that you create in these townships or these states. We agreed to be considered as citizens of the United States, and we can have a conversation on how we should be treated and how we should go forward and what we should invest in. Ain't no way in hell I should be getting taxed or paying money to a country that I let come live on the land of my people. And they know this. This is why they trying to erase the Freedmen name and integrate immigrants into the Freedmen Bank and the Freedmen heritage and lineage. We not finna let y'all steal from us no more. And we not finna let y'all dictate how we should live on this land. We sat and we agreed that the Constitution is something that we can use as a tool to agree and disagree in certain disputes. All this other stuff you creating with these states and the other individuals that you bringing over from Britain and the other land, which was kicked out during the first war, before the Civil War, 1776, y'all kicked the British out and other individuals, and y'all brought them back after the Civil War because out of spite. When y'all gave them treasonous people with the Native Indians, that was the 5 civilized tribes that had the same colorism like other tribes and other people all over the globe. Because that's how we got here as slaves, because other tribes went against tribes, captured people and sold them into slavery. White people didn't go into America go into Africa and enslave no African people. African people did that to other African people. That's why it was 10,000 different tribes at that time, and now you only can see 3,000. And now it's carved up and took those tribes, those main tribes, and put them on the land and call it a country. But you still got little small remnants of other tribes, and that's why them countries are so unstable. So it's a lot of history going on with that. But let's focus on the history of who we are. On the Constitution, it's talk about freedmen. So we're going to focus on that. Because freedmen got a specific and special agreement with this country that shouldn't be overseen by anything they create in the law. Where are the lands that's supposed to be allocated to us after the war? Do we have to go take it back? Do we have to push back against this country in order to have a space for our people so we'll be able to use the Constitution for the benefit for our people? Because right now, y'all using it as a tool to destroy us and bringing other people into our spaces without our permission. And I don't care how nobody else feels about that. It's a fact. You can't let other people into your home and then tell you, I should be able to sleep in your bedroom. Enough is enough. And those people who claim that they are speaking for us as black people or African Americans, I'm not an African American, I'm not a black person, I'm a Freedman American due to the process of the American Constitution. I'm not a Chicagoan, I'm not an Illinoisan, I'm not a Mississippian. Stop using it. I am an American. So all the other terms and laws that you have creating and putting upon our people, we was here before that and we didn't agree to none of that shit. So Dr. Claude Anderson is right. We have been acting and performing inappropriate behavior. When it comes to that, that's inappropriate. You control your community. You control your area, your block. You institute the Constitution for your people in your area, how you seem fit. And the rest of the government comes to you and asks, are you implementing this right? That's all they're supposed to be doing. You don't supposed to be having the people that enslaved you, the people that already goes against you, that put you in situations that destroys and depletes your family and your history and steals money and resources from you. Ain't no way they should be dictating and interpreting the Constitution for your people. It doesn't say that. So stop being a part of inappropriate behavior. When we walk into any courts, we walk into the courts and say, I'm a Freedmen individual. And all I want to do, and what all you should be doing, is having a discussion on whether I violated the Constitution. The other laws and structures that y'all created is for the immigrants that you brought here. Man, we better get this shit together, because we don't got no more time to be wasting playing around with Al Sharptons and Jesse Jacksons. We got to get together and create our own board for our own people, and then go confront this government and tell them that this is the contract that we set in 1865. Everything else behind this crap, y'all deal with it with y'all people. This is why they locking us up like this. So when you hear people sing that song, let our people go, you know what I'm saying? That's an ask. We got to start telling these people what they should be doing by terms of the Constitution. It's right there in black and white. We letting these people drag us into court. We should drag them into our court. Now they want to go and fight all over the world and use us as they support or they foundation. Man, stop that. I don't give a care about what y'all doing in these other countries. I need to know what you're doing here. I need to carve out a space for my people, my lineage, and dictate the rules on the area on which I live, which you have no right to be doing. That's all I'm going to say today, family, because I'm very upset about certain things that transpired over these holidays. But, you know, Freedmen people, start using your name. Freedmen. American freedmen. No matter if you indigenous or was a free slave or was enslaved at that time, we all came out and fought for this country. We was in the same communities and groups. We integrated with each other. We lived with each other. We had peace. We built up, and we let other people come in, push us out, kill us, destroy us, and we still bow down and go by the rules that they keep setting for us. We got the right to set our own rules in our own community, with or without them. Peace.